What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive, and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we're continuing onward with Marvel's first family, with Fantastic Four, issue number 3. But before we continue onward with everything that's Johnny Storm and everything Fantastic Four related, if you're new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's flame on with Fantastic Four, issue number 3. Our story begins like every Fantastic Four issue should, with a freaking tornado that's ravaging a small town. But have no fear, folks, because Johnny Storm the Human Torch is on the scene. Now Johnny, through his inner monologue, he's trying to figure out a way on how to stop this tornado. But while he's trying to figure things out, he starts to think back to what Reed told him about tornadoes. Basically, twisters are what happens when cold, dry air sits on top of warm, humid air. And if the wind starts updraft rotating, boom, you got yourselves a tornado. However, Reed's theory when it came to containment was if you could heat up the air on top, by doing so, it kills off the updraft, thus shutting down a twister. And because Johnny Storm is the freaking Human Torch, our hero does exactly that with his flames, and Johnny manages to shut down the tornado for good. Afterwards, Johnny flies back to New York City, and it's here where his inner monologue continues to provide us with context as to where Johnny is, status-wise, essentially what he's doing and where he's working, along with the status quo with the Fantastic Four. And again, similar to the previous 2 issues, what we know is that something went down at the Baxter building, and whatever happened caused a giant crater along with the breaking up of the team. In addition, because Johnny doesn't want to just sit home all day and do nothing, and because superheroes are illegal in the city thanks to Devil's Reign, Johnny wants to be productive. Therefore, he now lives a double life. Whenever he's home, he's Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. But when it comes to work, he's Johnny Fairweather, employee of Shoptastic. Now, unfortunately, a lot of his co-workers aren't typically hyped when Johnny's around, because seemingly whenever Johnny makes a mistake at work, the big boss upstairs, Mr. Merrill, takes it on the employees. Essentially, he's a terrible person. Therefore, later that night, Human Torch pays a visit to Mr. Merrill at his Pent suite. But it actually turns out that this isn't the first time Torch has confronted Merrill. You see, back in the day, Merrill worked as a goon for the Magi crime families. And back then, the Human Torch confronted Merrill for information. Ever since that encounter, Merrill was under the impression he escaped with his life. But months after, Human Torch was on live TV where he was bragging about how amazing he was at controlling his flames. Therefore, because Johnny is a superhero, he obviously wouldn't burn someone alive, because that's just crazy. Therefore, Merrill realized that Torch wouldn't burn him. Straight up, he got played. And who's gonna say, Torch will burn him now? Therefore, that's why Merrill seems so confident. It's why he looks like someone who can't never be hurt. He knows the Human Torch won't do anything harmful against him. And not to mention the fact that Merrill doesn't share the same core values as Johnny. And so bam, Merrill beats the crap out of the Human Torch. Now, since Torch wasn't able to take down Merrill because he's currently feeling himself, Merrill does what scumbags do. He cuts his employees' salaries by 10%. Dude is legitimately like Joffrey Baratheon in the situation. Given he has the power, he can do what he wants, whether it's right or wrong. And so seeing how everyone is upset due to Merrill's recent action, Johnny Fairweather is shown to have enough, and thus he flames on, unveiling himself as the Human Torch. But fun fact, they already knew that he was the Human Torch, given the fact that he would weld patches to the leaky pipes in the break room like no one's business. So obviously your first thought, when you see that, you're like, okay, I'm clearly working with the Human Torch, or Sunfire. However, regardless of this reveal, Johnny has a plan. For he has a plan in finding a way to stop Merrill and to help his co-workers into getting a fair shake at Shoptastic. Therefore, instead of the Fantastic Four suiting up to save the day, it's the Fantastic 40. 40 being the number of employees. Thus, it's here where the workers are shown to be on strike. Now, upon seeing what's happening, Merrill is clearly pissed off. But before he can take action, Human Torch shows up and we see our hero lead himself and Merrill into a freezer truck. And once that happens, the employees lock the door from behind, trapping the 2 of them within. And from there, round 3 begins. Now, eventually as the fight progresses, Johnny backs down, and it's here where he admits that he's not going to fight him, nor is he willing to hurt Merrill. However, he is going to be a distraction because while these 2 duke it out, the employees are using their boss's absence as an opportunity to go through his office in search of records, evidence to prove to the authorities of Merrill's law-breaking when it comes to paying his employees and all that terrible money-related stuff that bad guys do. And because of this, because of the Human Torch and the Shoptastic employees' teamwork, they're able to save the day and put a terrible person behind bars. Afterwards, Johnny gets a surprise phone call from his sister Sue. However, this ain't no checkup to call to see how the little bro is doing, because something has happened. And whatever the situation is, it needs the Fantastic Four. And that, folks, was the end of the Fantastic Four, issue number 3. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly, truly means the world to me. So yeah, like the last 2 issues, issue number 3 is another one-and-done story. And this time it focuses on Johnny Storm. Overall, I like the issue, but I am glad that the series is getting to the actual plot of what's happening. I do think what the series has been doing well so far is providing a spotlight for each member of the Fantastic Four and what their roles entail within the team. Ryan North definitely hits that part on the head. Sure, could he have, handled it, where all this could have been done in one issue? Probably, but again, it does help in building anticipation with regards to Reed and what the heck, he did, which caused the team to break up. But yeah, when it comes to this issue, the book does a really good job in showcasing who Johnny Storm is and what role he plays. Clearly, he's not the smartest guy in the group like Reed is, or thoughtful and responsible like Sue is, but he does have a part to play, and that part is being a positive person. And though he may not succeed at first, Johnny isn't going to give up. He's going to keep fighting the good fight. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic say-over word SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so you'll never miss out on an upload, and so you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 4? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.